Meeting is called to order. The Runnymede Board of Education meeting is called to order. The Board of Education is in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975 entitled the Open Public Meetings Act. The time, date, and location of this meeting was officially advertised by notifying in retrospect as well as posted notices in Borough Hall, Runnymede Post Office, Mary Gold School, Elias Bingham School, Grace Downing School, and the Runnymede Public School District website. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, board members.
Ms. Adair, Ms. Anderson,
Here.
Ms. Beebe,
Here.
Mr. Buckheim, Ms. Davidson, Ms. Farry, Mr. Impagliazzo, Ms. Panzarella,
Here.
Ms. Spalding.
Here.
We have 5 members, we have a quorum.
Also present, Mark Iannucci, Superintendent, Dr. Sean McCarron, Business Administrator, Supervisor of Curriculum Instruction, Mr. J. Yezzi, Principal, Bingham Downing School, Mr. Phil Silva, Vice Principal, Mary Gold School, Ms. Gladys Hubbard, Child Study Team Supervisor, and Mr. Frank Hines, Supervisor of Building and Grounds. I'm not sure who was here or who wasn't, but we may have to table approving the minutes because
You approve based on the majority who were present, and as long as that majority approves it,
So then
we
we'll be
can
good?
move forward.
Okay,
Yes.
so I need a motion to approve the minutes from April 27th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from April 27th.
I'll second that.
Because I mean, I think we were the only ones here. Just
Motion made by Maria,
Wait, I changed my mind. Now, I'm just gonna.
Roll call vote would be Ms. Anderson, Ms. Beebe, Ms. Spalding would abstain, and then Ms. Farry.
Yes.
You
And
pointed
Ms.
at me. Did you
Panzarella.
notice that? Yes.
Well, yes, of
Ms.
course.
Barry? Ms. Barry? There's a mistake, I'm just saying.
Motion passes.
Okay. Under financial report, I need a motion to approve for the period ending April 2016.
I make a motion to approve the financial report for up until April 16th.
Motion made by Maria,
I'll second it.
seconded by Angel. Roll call.
Ms. Anderson,
Yeah.
Ms. Beebe,
Yeah.
Ms. Farry,
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella,
Yes.
Ms. Spalding.
Yes.
Motion passes.
At this time, there is a brief presentation, but it's not the ethics training, correct?
That's been
Ethics
rescheduled.
training.
That's been rescheduled to August at the board retreat,
Okay.
August 17th, so we have more of a
Yeah, there's not enough people to be out there.
available there for
Yes,
that.
thank
So we
you.
are going to, I'm gonna put Mr. Silva on the spot, because you let me do that. Mr. Silva, as we said a couple months ago, he organized a reality fair that was conducted in Pulse today for 8th grade students. South Jersey Fred?
New Jersey
New Jersey.
Credit Union League and also South Jersey Credit.
You wanna explain some of
Yeah,
that?
so on the email, I talked about some of the purposes, like for the reality fair, and then on there was also a video that showed you what the day looked like. That's actually what they used to promote it. We actually had a chance to create our own video today, so thank you to Ms. Lenore for doing this, in a timely fashion. So if you just want to take a look at it. My favorite song.
I was gonna say, it's contributing to the
Today we're hosting a financial reality fair at the Mary Gold Middle School here in Runnymede with South Jersey Federal Credit Union, who is sponsoring it. The financial reality fair is pretty much kind of like a game of life where students choose a career, find out what their starting salary is. We give them a customized budget worksheet, and then they start their lives. They buy furniture, they buy clothing, transportation, nightlife, food, clothing, all of the necessities, and some fun stuff like cruises and like pets and things. And then they sit down and do their calculations to find out how well they did, if they have money left over or if they don't. And they sit down with financial counselors to go over the entire experience and to learn from their spending habits.
Learned that saving is really important in life. 10% savings for emergencies, any other necessities you need, just in case something happens.
A salary is how much money you bring home a month and how much money you make a month.
Thank you, Dante. Kayla, did you like the reality fair?
Yeah, it was fun.
Justin
What did you like about it?
Well, it was pretty cool that I got to figure out what it's going to be like after college.
Okay. A need is something that you absolutely have to have because it's necessary to live. A want is something that you get because it makes you feel good. Because, like, I feel bad for my parents now. It's a lot of money. It's fun though. It was also about your experience.
The experience was very good with the reality fair. Everyone was very realistic, and they tried to rush you with the more expensive things, and then you had to like didn't buy them, and they have to be responsible.
I don't think I know.
Yes, I do.
Oh, wait, yes, I'll give you plus $500. Yeah. Oh my God.
So apart from being a good prerequisite to some of the financial literacy stuff that they'll see in high school, the kids, they had fun. And if anything, I wanted to be some kind of like motivational tool to help them figure out that from 9th to 12th, how important that is, how it affects the college life, and how the college affects the career life, and how that affects the salary. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good thing. We had a lot of volunteers come out to help.
Very nice.
Very nice. I actually had a senior tell me today that she wishes that financial literacy wasn't given in 9th grade because she needs help. She asked me to help her fill out the FAFSA form for college.
She wants it to be later. You know?
Yeah.
I think they're moving.
They are,
toward
yeah.
exactly right.
I
It
know
was
that,
this
I know
year,
that,
right?
yeah. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Silver, for organizing that. Everybody else?
Also, Ms. Schreiber wanted to share with the board, her gardening club produced yellow squash and lettuce. So you can see that she has little things over there, if anyone would like to take and plant them. But the gardening club has been growing different fruits and vegetables in the courtyard area and taking care of that area to see what they can harvest in the back. So I know the maintenance staff has hauled plenty of dirt and various items into the courtyard for them to be able to do that, so.
Thank you. Maintenance is important. Maybe they'll be better gardeners
Do
than
they have
me.
a big group?
It's consistent. No, we're not using that, yeah.
I like it.
The turnout.
In the home
some
back in
kids-
2016, you grow your food
Yeah.
instead of bacon, I don't know.
Some children didn't expect to do it either. So it's a lot of green thumbs.
Hey, I like it.
Any correspondence besides this here?
Just the invitation, you all have tables for the retirement dinner being held June 2nd of Revolutions for our 3 retiring staff. If you're able to attend, that'd be wonderful, on the 2nd at 6 p.m. sharp.
I know you can't wait to eat it.
What's that? Revolutions, I think I had prom there.
The food is different now.
You went? And you didn't eat them?
I might have, I'm not sure.
At this time, we are open for public comments on agenda items only. Does anybody have, any members of the public have any questions on agenda items only? No? All right, Secretary Curriculum Report, anything to add besides what was there? No?
From Business Administration, we're currently waiting for money to come in from the SDA for the ROD grant projects that we have. They're in receipt of all paperwork. They're simply trying to process it, so we're hoping that that funding will come in shortly. But it's put a hold on summer projects we were looking to do.
Can I interrupt?
Yes,
Can we make some phone calls tomorrow?
we can.
You and I?
My office has been calling the department, the SDA.
I'm not gonna call the department, I'm gonna call the freeholders to call the department, so I'll come in tomorrow.
That's fine. Yep, and I have the emails for that as well, so you can see that.
Okay.
And then we're also preparing for our audit. Auditors usually come in the beginning of July to look at all the finances for the district, where the district currently is. They've actually already started a preliminary audit on our food service accounts and the accounts that they're able to look at now before the year ends. Terry Lewis has moved the ethics training to August. And then for curriculum, we have a couple things going on. For summer reading, we will be sending home with every student a book this year based on the grade level that they're in. We're gonna be trying a one book, one school challenge. In addition to that, outside of that book, we're encouraging students to read with a district-wide Runnymede reading challenge, where students will be getting a monthly log sheet to show what they're reading, just because the research shows the more students are reading at home, even if it's for 15 or 20 minutes a day, increases their vocabulary and skill base by so much. So we're gonna be really pushing hard for that across the district. We've also purchased books for all staff members for a fun summer reading prior to them leaving. And then we even ordered a book for an administrative summer book club, which we'll be looking forward to develop our professional practices as well. Park testing is completed. We have New Jersey S tomorrow and next week for students in grades 4 and 8. That's a one-day test, so tomorrow's the one-day test. June 1st is the makeup. And that's about summer Chromebook. We opened it up to 3rd and 4th grade students who might be interested, and the interest level is
Now you don't have
huge.
any, now you don't have any
So-
more Chromebooks, right?
So as soon as we're collecting our 8th grade Chromebooks, which teachers don't want to give up until the very last minute, Mr. Benor will be turning around those Chromebooks as quickly as possible for any 3rd or 4th grade going into 4th and 5th student who wants to do the summer Chromebook camp and sign up. But I know for orientation, Ms. Maytag was telling me today, 3rd grade students were coming up to her going, I signed up for the Tinker program, I'm really excited. And so they're definitely looking forward to it, and our numbers have definitely increased. So this year we're opening up to 3 additional grade levels than we did last year. So it'll be 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
And what were the classes that were offered yet?
We offered, is it on the list? There's about, right
No,
now
I
what
don't
we did
think,
was,
it wasn't
We've seen
listed.
some that were,
I can pull up the Chromebook Summer Camp website and you can see all the classes that they have options of. There's about 18 classes that they have the option of signing up for, and then what we do is, this evening you'll see staff members who were approving to run those classes, but we're only running the classes based on student interest and whether or not we have enough students to participate.
so what's that magic number?
To run a class, we're looking for at least 10 to 15 students.
So, say you get 9.
I mean, there's leeway with anything, but we can also see if there's another class that's similar that a student will be interested in. Depends on the course. Some of the courses you might see some overlap with, but it's based on interest. So this year, there's another writing class. There was one, like Wonder Writing was last year. This year, we're still offering Wonder Writing, but then we also have a creative writing Star Wars class.
I heard about that.
So it kind of takes the writing, adds a little twist to it, and the students have to work through different levels and get through different levels to get their status updated each week. So we're kind of trying to look at student interest and see what they're interested in and develop the courses that way.
Awesome, thank you. Superintendent's report, Mr. Iannucci?
Not too much to add from what I gave you guys. Healthy enrollment, 873 kids. I know we added a couple students in the past week or so, which is unusual for this time of year, but it's fine. I did have an opportunity, talking with Mr. Silver earlier, Dr. McCarron and I went to a workshop last week over at Newberry High School, which is a 7th and 12th building, their AVID program, which I kind of put some bullets in my report. Basically, it's trying to expose all their students to academic and career success rather than just kids in an honors class or an advanced class. Really interesting to hear, you'll be with me, but so I'll speak. Just to hear the kids who, maybe when they entered high school, well, they're a 7 to 12 building, so they have middle school students as well. But hear the kids who might not have been challenged either at home or by their teachers in the past to be exposed to college. So what they do over at Woodbury, it's always good to steal ideas from people. They expose their kids to the college setting starting in grades 4, where they take kids to either Gloucester County College or Rowan. They end up taking their 8th grade students down to Howard right now to expose them down there for the day with some different contacts. And I know the various administrators here who have contacts at different colleges. So I think we're going to start doing that hopefully next year to expose kids at a younger age to see what the college life is. It's just not, as you and I were talking earlier, there's some more like, technical things involved in college where there are some more skill sets that they can use. So that's really what I told last week, is hearing those kids who weren't really challenged and motivated because they'd never seen what a college looked like, but once they hit that 6th grade, then it really took off. So it was interesting to see that. And just exposing and giving all the kids an opportunity, not just the kids to, like their AP classes are open, they're open enrollment. So the kids are really challenged there. It was interesting to kind of see that. So just wanted to share that with you, some of the things we're looking at here next year. Other than that, I gave you a list of events coming up. You know, we all invite you to attend the graduation dance on June 6th here in Dublin. And then also graduation is June 13th over at Triton. Ms. Walker, help me out with time.
6:30.
6:30?
Samantha.
I was getting here early. So, and then our last day of school for students is the 14th, and for staff is the 15th. And our next meeting will convene on June 22nd. That's all I have.
I'm not going to be here on June 22nd, just so you guys remember. That's my vacation week and Sammy's birthday, so I'm not coming up. So I'll make sure that Chaz is here. Nurses reports, principals reports, thank you, Mr. Iannucci. Building and grounds report, special education report. Anybody have any questions? They were attached. PTA report. Should Mark read anything? No. There's nothing to report for Camden County Educational Services Commission. Chaz will be back next month. He's away. Black Horse Pike Regional. I can tell you that I am on their team. I always say that what happens is we have this one-on-one, we talk about Chromebooks and stuff all the time, and then they get to Triton, and they're ninth grade, and they don't have any technology. They have to go back to the old-fashioned, like, pen and pencil way. So, not next school year, but the school year after, we will be having, we will be starting our one-on-one initiative there. I don't know what grades or whatever, we just had, our task force just had our first meeting, so, when I was at that meeting, they kept saying, well, we have to keep up with like Runnymede and other people that are already doing it, so, I thought of you when they said that, so. Yeah, it was good. And so that's something that to look forward to as well. How about negotiations? And what met earlier?
That was, finance and.
Finance?
Probably.
Anything? Anything to
I
add?
don't think of the market.
Rod grants? If we got that money this month, could we do some of the projects that we wanted to do, or are they already canceled?
It's getting the contractors in place. So July and August are the prime times for any school district
Right.
to do projects.
Right.
So that's why you always want to schedule as quickly as possible that you know you have the money. So for us, I've held off on scheduling because we don't have the money. So, you know, it would be difficult, it wouldn't necessarily be impossible, but
We had the roof done last year, the windows, we actually had to plan out almost close to a year because we didn't have the money at the time and they wouldn't take the work, so.
we approved it in the budget that we would be doing those projects this year, because you have to approve it in order to be able to do it at all. So
Right.
if we do get the money, we might be able to do small projects over like longer breaks and things like that, they can work that in. But with the rooms that need asbestos abatement and that type of stuff, you know, it needs 3 days to settle, they quarantine off areas, so it's definitely a lot more intense.
Thank you. Any other reports?
The only other thing I wanted to add was it's coming up where elections for November to think about in terms of having to put in for re-election, or if anyone from the community is interested in running for the board. Terms that expire in 2016 are Naomi, Maria, and Amy. So I will have information next week, which will also be posted on the Board of Education page of the website,
Okay.
as far as the forms needed from New Jersey school boards and the dates and where to turn in, because you now turn in at the Office of Elections in Camden,
Right.
for Camden County. So I will make sure that that information is posted. Dan, I'll also send that to you, so that way you have that copy as well, and that you're aware.
Awesome. So at this time, we are going to go into executive session for a few issues. I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to go to executive.
Motion made by Angel,
Second.
seconded by Amy. Whereas while the Senator Byron M. Bayer Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12 requires all meetings of the Runnymede School District Board of Education to be held in public, NJSA 10:4-12B sets forth 9 types of matters that may lawfully be discussed in executive session without the public being permitted to attend. Whereas the Runnymede Public School District Board of Education has deemed it necessary to go into closed session to discuss certain matters which are exempted from the public, and whereas the 9 exceptions to the public meeting set forth in NJSA 10:4-12B are listed below, and next to each exception is a box within which the number of issues to be privately discussed that fall within that exception shall be written, and after each exception is a space for additional information that will disclose as much information about the decision as possible without undermining the purpose of the exception shall be written. Now therefore be it resolved that the Runnymede Public School District Board of Education will go into closed session for the following reasons as outlined in NJSA 10:4-12B. Any collective bargaining agreement or the terms and conditions of which are proposed for inclusion in any collective bargaining agreement, including the negotiation of terms and conditions with employees or representatives of employees of the public body, more specifically, support staff salaries and the superintendent evaluation and contract. Also, any pending or anticipated litigation or contract negotiation which the public body is or may become a party. Any matters falling within the attorney-client privilege to the extent that his confidentiality is required in order for the attorney to exercise his ethical duties as a lawyer. More specifically, personnel matters. And lastly, any matter involving the employment, appointment, termination of employment, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of the performance, promotion, or discipline of any specific prospective public officer or employee or current public officer or employee, employed or appointed by the public body, unless all individual employees or appointees whose right could be adversely affected request in writing that such a matter or matters be discussed at a public meeting, more specifically, a personnel matter. Whereas the length of this executive session is undetermined, however, the Runnymede Public School District Board of Education will make every attempt to estimate the time of session prior to convening the session after the public shall reconvene at, it's going to be at least 8 p.m. And the Runnymede Public School District Board of Education will proceed with business. Now therefore be it resolved that the Runnymede Public School District Board of Education will go into executive session for only the above stated reasons. Be it further resolved that the Runnymede Public School District Board of Education hereby declares that its discussion of the aforementioned subjects may be made public at a time when the Runnymede Public School District Board of Education attorney advises that the disclosure of the discussion will not detrimentally affect any right, interest, or duty of the school district or any other entity with respect to said discussion. Be it further resolved that the Runnymede Public School District Board of Education, for the aforementioned reasons, hereby declares that the public is excluded from the portion of the meeting during which the above discussion shall take place, and hereby directs the board secretary to take the appropriate action to effectuate the terms of this resolution. Be it further resolved that the board secretary on the next business day following this meeting shall furnish a copy of this resolution to any member of the public whose request one that the fees allowed by NJSA 47:1A-1. Action on any item may or may not be taken in open session at the conclusion of this executive session. All in favor of executive session?
Aye.
Ayes. Any nays? All right, ayes have it. We return to public session, so now that Dr. McCarron's ready, I'm ready to go. I need a motion to approve items number 1 and 2 under property and transportation.
I'll make a motion to approve items 1 and 2 under property and transportation.
Motion made by Maria, seconded by Amy. Any questions? Roll call.
Ms. Panzarella,
Yes, oh, you're funny.
Ms. Spalding,
Yes.
Ms. Peavy,
Trying to twist it up.
Ms. Anderson, Ms. Barry.
Yes. Someone just say no, that's it. Under personnel, I need a motion to, all right, you ready?
I'm ready.
I need a motion to approve items number 1 to 10, as well as 12 to 26.
I make a motion to approve items
1 to 11.
1 to 11.
Wait, double
No,
check.
no, I'm sorry, 1 to 10.
1 to 10, see?
Skip 11, and then 12 to 27.
Yes,
That's what I meant.
12 to 26. So 1 to 10, 11 to 26.
No,
No,
12 to
stop.
26. 1 to 10 and 12 to 26.
I got it. 1 to 10, 12 to 26.
Does anybody second that?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Angel. Motion made by Maria, seconded by Angel. Any questions?
Yes, which one did we?
Stop. Roll call.
Brady Petro.
Ms. Barry,
I agree with yes to 1 to 10 and 12 to 26, and I say no to.
We didn't go there yet.
We didn't-
you're just saying yes to the
Yes
ones that
to-
were listed.
1 to 10 and 12 to 26.
Yes.
Ms. Anderson, Ms. Beebe,
Yes.
Ms. Spalding,
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella.
Yes.
Motion passes.
I need a motion to approve number 11.
No.
You have to make a motion and then vote.
And then you vote.
Oh, really? So I have to make a motion to some, okay. Yeah, I make a motion to,
Make a motion for number 11.
leave it to me.
Maria, who seconded it? Seconded by Angel. Roll call.
Maria?
Ms. Panzarella, Ms.
Yes, no, I'm sorry.
No.
Sure, that's my name, no.
Ms. Barry,
No.
Ms. Anderson, Ms. Beebe,
No.
Ms. Spalding.
Yes.
No.
Number 11 did not pass. All others did for personnel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, before we move on, I'm gonna try not to embarrass our new appointments or anyone else here, but if you could just briefly stand up, state your name, please. And I will try to help out if we can.
seriously? That's
That's not. Yeah.
Sorry, we
Tell us
apologize.
your educational philosophy.
Senior college
And-
alma mater. Amanda's been with us now for probably a year and a half.
Yeah.
You started your student teaching here a while back. We put her in some different roles. This year, she's taught world culture / Spanish, as well as kindergarten at Bingham School. She's going to be appointed to first grade over at Bingham, so welcome. Frank Galetto also began with us as a student teacher, not only at Volt, but also at Downing School this year. In January, he took over for a maternity replacement over at Downing, and he is going to be assigned next year to third grade at Bingham. Lindsay Folsom. Lindsay's been with us as well in a couple different roles. She's been an instructional aide in the kindergarten. She also filled in this year in the ND room over at Bingham, and she is going to be in first grade over at Bingham.
Welcome.
You're listening when I'm.
Bailey O'Brien. Bailey's coming to us from Berlin Community School, where she is a basic skills instructor. Bailey is, I want to say you're Glendora, so you're pretty close. She's from Glendora, I should say that. We had an opportunity to speak with Bailey. Since you guys did another round of interviews. So unfortunately, we received a resignation in the past couple of days. We had other people on the list as well we're hiring, so Bailey is taking that opportunity. Bailey's going to be teaching tentatively third grade. And I jokingly said one of the best observations I had this year was unannounced to this young lady who is starting a new chapter in her life and moving out of the Runnymede area. She is a Runnymede student. One of our, we're very sad to see her go. Great teacher, I'll tell you. I was literally blind. I didn't tell her it was one of the best observations all this year until now.
You did tell me that.
I did tell you
have
that,
said
on
that.
because I was blown away. I couldn't believe it.
It was 100 days of school, it was really.
I know, but because those kids usually get so excited about that 100th day of school, but it was like under control, the stuff they were doing, the stuff they were building. The kid had giant stacks of Dixie cups, and the kid knocked it over. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. Mr. Monica intervened. She had it all cleaned. It was kids weren't ready to kill each other in there. It knocked it over. She did a great job of just working with those kids. But Mr. Monica is
Good luck.
on to
Thank you.
northern part of the
Northern
state.
Coast.
I just wanted to come and say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here and in the town that I live in, and I'm very sad to go, but thank you.
Thank you.
the June meeting or not, but we will
School
see
will be
you.
over.
Yes, I'll be here.
What do you mean? You have to come.
Of
You
course.
have nothing to
No, I
do.
mean on the 22nd,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'll be there, I promise.
As we said last time, we're sad to see her go as well, and we appreciate it. We look forward to seeing her on the dance floor June 2nd.
Yes.
At that
Yes.
time.
Very nice.
You're
Congratulations.
with me, thank you.
And welcome to all of our new
You
staff.
can dance with me.
Thank you. We love it here.
You don't dance.
Thank you, Mr. Iannucci. Under finance, I need a motion to approve items number 1 through 51. McCarron, are you serious? 1 to 51.
All of our contracts.
Did you skip any? I make a motion to approve items number 1 through 51.
Motion made by Maria. I need a second.
Second.
Seconded by Amy.
Sorry.
Questions?
A question for
Go ahead.
the team first. Number 9,
Yep.
good job, Be Safe Inc. What
Yes.
exactly is that?
Security.
Be Safe used to be called. What was it? Radar. So we've used that, the company changed over 2 years ago.
Okay.
We've used that for our security purposes.
No, go ahead. Number 4, what are we approving specifically?
You're approving the fact that we will have a before and after school program that
We're
we
approving the
can.
concept?
You're approving the fact that we will be the ones running it, just kids, we did inform, because we had to give them 60 days notice prior, so they did put information out to their parents. We requested that they put that out after the board meeting, unfortunately, it went out before the board meeting. We didn't feel comfortable putting anything out to parents while we discussed it during budget planning and budget presentations and everything that we would do before and after school program. We will put something out to parents once it is board approved, that we are gonna house the before and after school program internally. We will be offering it in all 3 buildings. Right now, it isn't offered in the AM at Vols. We will be offering that option for parents if they are interested. And then we're also looking at times to make it accommodating. So we discussed, since, 7 o'clock, some people have to be at work by 7 o'clock, doing a 6:45 start time. So that way it kind of gives a little leeway for some of our parents, and that's been a concern that has been voiced to us by parents who get before and after care from other individuals to cover that need.
Sometimes we have students dropped off before the start time to begin with, and that's a safety issue for the kids.
And Dr. McCarron has mentioned that, because I had a few parents reach out to me, because Archway reached out to them and asked them to come to the meeting this evening, but they're not here.
Any concerns that were brought to Mr. Iannucci were addressed to those individual parents. And then also, it is run like food service, just so you know. So it's a separate business. So it cannot be funded by the taxpayer dollars. It's funded because parents are paying for the before and after school. Any money extra has to go towards before and after school programming. So questions have come up previously about surrounding districts and why they're able to offer these crazy looking summer programs or different opportunities for, students and staff to participate in. It's because of they're using that type of funding to support that. So of course, just like with transportation, we're looking to do the same thing that in food service, we're looking to do the same thing for students with that service being provided.
I have another question to piggyback off of that. Was the jobs posted already? And is it an hourly position? Can it be anyone? Can it be certified staff, not certified staff? Who's
It
there?
hasn't, nothing's been posted yet, because we haven't approved it at the board. It'll probably go up the next day or so. As
Ew.
far as, what's that?
Nothing's been posted.
It was an interest forms
We've
went
sent
out
interest out to the
to
district.
in
We haven't-
district.
We haven't posted anything officially for it.
officially to all staff members, which it will.
Okay,
Okay.
So first, we're gonna look internally though,
sure,
for hires,
sure.
and then we'll look outside if needed. It'll be an interview process and structured
Yep,
academically and exciting. Meaning like homework, but then also
okay.
activities as well.
Okay.
and go ahead.
You have another one, Angel?
I do, number 27.
What is this? Is this for us to track autism kids? No.
Yes, was your answer yes?
It's an event that we do annually. So Michelle Donati, our social worker, is our homeless liaison. Any student who's either A, coming into the district from an outside placement, part of the registration process is whether or not the student is considered homeless in Runnymede from an outside district. Also students who we have who might leave district and go to another district. It's, the McKinney-Vento is a part of the supports that the state has put into place for school districts. So they go to like meetings and things, like tomorrow's the actual McKinney-Vento meeting, where social workers or homeless liaisons from across the county all come together to discuss issues that they're having. And most of those issues revolve around transportation, residency, whose responsibility for payment, those types of issues.
So they just give information, that's about it? No
They give information and they also offer support. So like, for example, if we get a student who we can't transport because they have to be transported immediately, I want to say Gloucester County Special Services will provide transport for up to a week to give the district time to find reasonable transportation.
And
if
that's
that
all
makes
organized
sense.
by them.
And that's organized by McKinney. If we have a question regarding a homeless situation, they have people in their offices who we're able to contact to find out what resources are available or who we need to contact for certain situations. If we have a dispute between districts, so sometimes I might be disputing the information I've been given and whether or not payment will be made, they are the ones who have to liaison between the two districts and make a determination to garner payment.
20.
Education Inc. is a company that provides homebound instruction. Many times it's done through hospitals. To contract with Education Inc., your students are entitled to 2 hours of instruction on a daily basis. The contract is dollar rate only. It's certified teachers that provide the service, but it is based on our rates that we provide teachers for instruction. So we have to pay them, I think it's like for 2 hours, we pay them about 2.5 hours because it's a half hour for preparation. And then they also work with the schools as needed. So it's a contract that comes up each year. So it's a general contract, and then as students need to receive that service for homebound instruction, it's then brought up and used.
So is it only used for hospital?
In most cases, that's where Education Inc. is run through, is through the hospital, because we also have homebound instruction that's provided by our own teachers.
So why wouldn't we offer that to our own teachers before offering that to an outside company?
Because what happens is that it's actually run through the hospital. If the student's in a hospital or a specialty service care area, the
Okay.
instruction is run around their treatments, around.
Like say they were like
what's
housed
going
at
on.
DuPont or something.
It's not like they're at their house and they can see someone.
Okay.
It's like they're actually at a location and receiving treatments.
No, I was just making sure
Yeah.
they're giving them the
Our
opportunity.
state-
to
yeah,
hire
she just wanted
employees.
our state-
Hospitalized, like,
That's a program that our local area hospitals
Gotcha.
use,
Okay.
that many of our students that we've
Okay.
had to use previously. But that's based on our, they ask us what our rate is, and then we pay them based on that rate.
43? Livermore Public Schools?
We
So-
do, yeah, we do that every year.
The reason we don't receive enough money for Title III, which is for English language learning services, we only receive about $3,500. In order to actually claim money from the state, you need to receive $10,000. If you're not receiving $10,000, you need to become a part of a consortium. So Lindenwold actually takes in Runnymede and like 8 other districts within Camden County, and they're the ones who have to actually distribute the money. So each year, if I have $3,600, I'll talk with, Mrs. Austin and Mr. Menino will be like, what items do we need to purchase, supply-wise? We send the entire order to Lindenwold, they order it, and it gets delivered to us. So that way we receive that money under Title III. Title III grant.
Number 51. Is there any way, is there a reason why we don't just go with the borough on our receivable?
The borough uses their own truck and doesn't have, because when I spoke to them, they don't have the ability to lift the buckets with the truck that they have. They use like garbage cans and receptacles currently.
They can't lift the dumpsters.
So they're not
Lift the
lifting.
dumpsters up.
So we have
Remember we talked to
dumpsters.
Mayor Kapadas about this?
So
They
I had
can't.
already called and reached out, and they use their services through Barrington.
Right.
So Barrington uses their truck, and that's how services are done in Runnymede, Belmar.
Belmar.
Started,
Okay.
I apologize, it started with a B in my mind.
It's Belmar.
Cumberland
Belmar.
County people.
So, that's a reason why. I also, reached out to other BAs just to see who they were using surrounding us. And in looking at that, it's not a huge contract, but we did save a good amount of money. You can see it's a 3-year contract because I wanted a more locked-in rate to ensure that we wouldn't get a huge savings in year 1 and then have the cost.
Would it be wise to maybe
Increase
contact
drastically.
Elmar on our own? Contact Elmar on our own? Just a thought, because Belmar's truck does pick up the borough dumpsters that are on site, like at Borough Hall, at the Harry Williams building. But it is Belmar's truck that actually picks those dumpsters up. Runamede's truck is not capable, but Belmar's does do all the Runnymede Borough dumpsters. It might be worth it just to check.
I can contact.
They may say no because it may have to come through the borough as part of theirs, but it's worth a shot.
We also got an extremely good rate and it's increasing the pickups at Bowles,
And it
which
is a lot less than their.
Mr. Hines will tell you is a need, so,
Do you have more than one pickup per week?
twice.
Twice a week you're getting a Bowles.
Which is a good rate, if you remember what happened to the borough, what Waste Management did in the borough, how the increases went, it went up 24% in year 2, and it went up 52, it went 24 to 52. Do you remember this?
So that's why we called for the 2-year lock-in.
If not, that is a very good rate, to be honest with you. For the borough.
Any other questions? No?
Doing that trash truck. Roll call, I'm just saying.
Ms. Anderson,
She's on a roll today.
Well, yeah,
and that's,
it's my first 2 hours out.
did you say that's?
Yeah.
Psych guys.
Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella? And Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
It's not that big of a contract though, I don't think I'd make money off of
But I think if you went and picked up all the borough trash, you'd make some money on
it.
it.
Contract though.
Under curriculum, I need a motion to approve item number 1.
Wow.
Maria, oh,
Yes.
see, you missed it.
Ah, I second.
Seconded by Maria.
Ooh.
Any
Slap it
questions?
in.
Roll call.
Ms. Anderson? Ms. Beebe? Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Excuse me.
Policy and public relations, hold on, give me a motion, I'll explain. Motion, I need a motion for number 1, the revised calendar. Motion made by Angel. I already asked about this earlier. Second, hold on, I need a second. Second by Amy, so it was Angel and Amy, go ahead.
The only part that would be changed is part of, you guys are part of the negotiation team, we add the professional development day for teachers. So that adds a day for the teachers, and then it would be bumped. Basically now, kids were gonna get done on a Thursday. Teachers were gonna get done on a Friday. Now kids will get done on a Friday, and teachers will get done on a Monday.
Oh, see, that's why.
Worst ever.
But we'll have some of this.
That's exactly why.
That's why I called.
Who wants a great?
Roll call.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Beebe? Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes. At this time, we are open for public comment. It does not have to be on agenda item. Does anybody have any public comment at this time? If there's no public comment, I need, bless you,
I make a
to,
motion to adjourn.
excuse me, I wasn't done yet.
Sorry.
You're not the
I should
president.
read your
I
mind.
am. So there will be a Policy and Public Relations Committee meeting at 6 o'clock, so if you make sure, you know if you're on that committee or not on June 22nd, which is Wednesday at 7 p.m. June 22nd is our next meeting. Wednesday, June 8th is the council meeting if anyone wants to go, and Tuesday, June 28th is the caucus meeting. Council meeting starts at 7, caucus meeting starts at 6. I need a motion to adjourn.
I make that motion.
Motion made by Maria, seconded by Angel, all in favor? Ayes have it.